What up? It's your boy Dance, and we're back with another video from All City TV. I told you guys I'm back with the 2K stuff because it's 2K era, it's 2K season, and I mean 2K as far as 2K25 NBA. Also, they got NCAA 25 coming out. But regardless, it's 2K season, and we need 2K info, right? Because all we've gotten is a damn cover. So, with that being said, my boy All City's always gonna keep us locked in, keep our ear to the streets, keep our ear to the NBA 2K streets. Anyways, this is what happened. NBA 2K25 added more ProPlay animations. What even happened to ProPlay to begin with? That's what I want to know. That makes no sense. Like, I don't even remember I remember them talking about it for 2K24, and I never even remember anything about it at this point. It's just like, oh, let's just slowly give you animations that you've probably already seen before. Bastards.
What happened to ProPlay? Let me ask you guys something. Do you feel like ProPlay ruined animations and ruined the gameplay for 2K? Because I feel like there's a misconception on what ProPlay actually is and how it's going to roll out over the next couple years. In this video, we want to break down some more details about ProPlay. This way, you guys know what you're getting yourself into when you get 2K25. We finna get right into it. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can.
Load up that clip.
What's good, y'all? I'm All City. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, I read the comments, I go through the forums, and I see that the consensus from 2K players is that they really dislike what ProPlay did to gameplay. And I think the misconception that players have about ProPlay is the way in which 2K chose to market ProPlay to their player base. 2K in their marketing basically say that ProPlay is going to bring more realism to the gameplay. Normally, in a lot of other games, adding realism would be considered a huge plus. If 2K was really connected with their player base, they would know the word realism. That's a trigger for a lot of 2K players. You see a lot of 2K players, they translate that word realism into simulation or sim. And if any of you guys are one of those players that prefer a more arcade type of gameplay, you're not going to appreciate 2K adding realism. What I would hope to deliver in this video is an understanding that ProPlay can go hand in hand with arcade style gameplay as well. Here's the fact, y'all. 2K has been and always will be a series of basketball simulation video games. But in 2K's glory days, the best times on 2K, everybody played the park. Well, at least the good majority of players, they went out to the park to experience a more arcade type of gameplay. The way in which 2K captures motion doesn't determine how the game is developed. Whether the motion is being captured by an NBA player in a mocap suit, or they're taking actual NBA footage and capturing motion in that way. The speed and fluidity in which the development team chooses to animate these motions is what will determine whether we're leaning towards sim or we're leaning towards arcade. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I know a lot of you guys are blaming ProPlay, and I'm thinking ProPlay, it could actually turn out to be a good thing. But there needs to be a lot more development involved, because it's not solely about animating. Let's say a Luka Doncic, right? You get Luka and you want to move exactly like Luka and animate just like Luka. 2K, they'd be able to make that happen through motion capture or through ProPlay. But if 2K fails to incorporate the proper physics behind what makes Luka successful, like his size and the way in which he contorts his body, what his offense means to the defense. If 2K fails to capture that, ProPlay is going to be no different than motion capture. One of the main reasons that I would prefer 2K capture motion through ProPlay versus having an NBA player come into the studio and put on a mocap suit is that capturing motion in a mocap suit in a studio, that NBA player is not going to approach that animation or that movement with the same type of vigor or adrenaline that they would in an actual NBA game. Thinking of Kyrie on that first dribble in to get past the defender, spinning and getting bumped around, maneuvering the ball to get a bucket. Capturing those moments with the intensity that you would see in an NBA game, as opposed to someone capturing the motion in a nonchalant sort of way from an NBA player in a motion capture suit in a studio against no defense. The main reason why I believe ProPlay is not received well by the 2K community is because it's going through like a slow rollout. We have a 3-year process for ProPlay. 2K24 was the first year that they incorporated it. In 2K25, we should see some more additional.
Yeah, I'm not really I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of it. I don't feel like I see the effects of it really taking shape in the game, in my opinion. I don't know. It just isn't a lot, I guess I should say. It's not a lot. Not a lot affecting the gameplay, the glitchiness and stuff like that. Like pro play is cool and all, but
animations in 2K26, they'll finalize ProPlay. If it's a 3-year span, I imagine 33% went into the first year. 2K24, we should be up to 66% ProPlay animations for 2K25, and we'll get that additional 34% in 2K26 to pretty much wrap up and fully integrate ProPlay into 2K gameplay. But during this process, for the integration of ProPlay, us players got to spend a couple years with a mixed bag of animations, some coming from ProPlay and some coming from motion capture. Players transitioning in and out from a ProPlay animation into a motion capture animation. And that's currently a problem because 2K has an issue with contact and animation blending. Those little stalls between your dribble animations or the pick up and go type of animations, the gameplay lacks fluidity and it's noticeable. But
absolutely. The one thing about 2K is there's moments where you're like, these should connect and it'll stop, delay. It's almost like a fighting game with bad input delay. It's really ridiculous.
ProPlay will simply capture those subtle nuances that make some of your favorite NBA players successful, in turn helping to create more immersion for us 2K players. I mentioned earlier that the way in which 2K chooses to capture motion doesn't necessarily determine which direction 2K is headed as far as gameplay. Just because they found a way to add more realism to the animation doesn't mean we solely have to go the sim route. In other words, 2K has the ability to capture their animation and then speed it up, or slow it down for that matter. When you think of a player like James Harden who will go from fast to slow and slow to fast, ProPlay should be able to capture the movement of a James Harden in game, where an NBA player in a motion capture suit won't necessarily deliver that same outcome. 2K, they've had a long-standing issue with canned animations, and I feel like for ProPlay to prove to be successful, they'll have to really consider the matchups. And there should never be a point in time where these animations for defense versus offense are not separated. How many times have you felt your defender move solely because the offensive player queued up an animation? Us players getting stuck in canned animation.
And that'll cause a whole different situation for you. Turnover is still, just because the animation started already, they've already reacted because of that stupid animation that's causing you to do some fumble the ball animation or something like that, and you're already in the process of throwing still.
Unable to move our player, whether it be for a second or 3. If ProPlay continues to go down the same route that we experienced in 2K24, there will be no difference from having ProPlay or motion capture. I feel like it's 2K's responsibility to start diving deep into these animations and separating offense and defensive animations. They should never be forced. Like, no 2K player should be forced into an animation, whether it's impact, contact, whatever it is. They need to make sure
that too, like from screens, just getting magnetized into vacuum screens is crazy.
Those things are right, and it's not our job to make that happen. Hire somebody who has a degree in physics or something. Get somebody in there that can fully understand what Luka's weight means to this lightweight defender. I feel it's imperative that 2K captures that if they really want ProPlay to be,
especially with you down low and you got a 6'4" defender down low and they got 70 strength and they're moving your center out the way, which is crazy. When your center has 90 strength, which doesn't happen too often, but when you see stuff like that happen, it bothers you.
Successful. When Mike Wang was asked what's his favorite thing about ProPlay, he responded by saying, "Love how authentic jumpers are. If you love the NBA, you immediately notice. We also get animations from ProPlay that we wouldn't think to capture in mocap. So there are some really unique shots, moves, and passes that change the gameplay for the better." I would like to reference this next post from Dimework. He says it's hilarious because half the people who talk down on ProPlay clearly don't even understand what it is. They're simply talking down on it because they have this weird beef with realism in a simulation game. Never in my life would I have thought I see a portion of the community that dislikes the fact that a game is becoming more realistic.
Yeah, that part's weird. But at the same time, there are aspects of realistic basketball that I don't want in the game either. So I see your point, and also I'm like, I also get the dislikes towards being more realistic. It's a game at the end of the day. We don't want, like, not everybody wants a complete simulation. That's just a reality. I'm like, because if that's the case, then, certain people are always going to do what they're always going to do. We're going to be a lot more flop, you know, stuff like that. Whatever.
Okay, so you don't like the feel of the game. Fine. But that doesn't mean realism is the issue. And once you move backwards, that's the most irrational take ever. Things will continue to evolve and be improved upon. That's just how it goes when new ish is introduced. Ain't gonna be perfect out the gate. This simulation versus arcade ish is tired and nonsensical. Let it go. And that's what I'm mainly hoping to clear up here, because I think a lot of you guys just didn't know that 2K was rolling ProPlay out over a 3-year span. You probably thought that ProPlay was fully incorporated into NBA 2K24, and that's what we're gonna get. And like Dimework just mentioned, this is still a work in progress. And I want to be optimistic because
and honestly, I had no idea. That's why I asked where was the ProPlay? It's just little bits and pieces getting mixed into the motion. So you're trying to understand, like, I guess, so you're trying to like mix this ProPlay in with, you know, the animations that the game adds as well. Like, it's, I don't know. You start to lose sight of the ProPlay being added.
See the potential of what ProPlay can offer us. But what's really unfortunate is that I know 2K. I've become accustomed to 2K's lackadaisical ways. And it really sucks because I know the devs, they work really hard. But all too often, their delivery, it just falls short. The potential for ProPlay incorporated into NBA 2K games could be revolutionary. But I feel like it's up to the devs to fill in those blanks. Seamless and fluid animation blending. And that goes for both offense and defense. I think NBA 2K25, it's going to be really telling on the direction that 2K wants to take ProPlay. Just because ProPlay adds realism to the game, it doesn't have to be slow and clunky. It's 2K's responsibility to capture that.
I agree with that too. You add realism, you know, it can be fluid. There's a possibility that you can make the game fluid still.
Emotion and deliver it to us in a way that it's well received. And I recommend to 2K, don't stray too far away from what was your bread and butter. Do not stray too far away from arcade and fun. I am completely all for realistic animations, but it definitely shouldn't come at the expense of my fun. If you guys are new here,
absolutely, man, you hit that right on the nail, All City. Come on, man, preach, my brother. Anyways, man, let me know what y'all think about the ProPlay and the mixture of the animations as well, and what you think about it down below. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the video, man. We're on the road to 3K subs. Let's get there before the end of the year. Let's get it. Let's go. We out of here. Peace.